dreams I'm feeling, and deep inside what I construct. So there's no use, don't even bother. Tonight is not the night for us. I have a million shapes to vacate. I'm past the point of no return. So don't even call, don't even bother, 'cause I can make you my concern. I'm running faster than before. These tunes and lovers cannot hold me back no more. I work alone. Is this all I'll ever know? And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind. And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind. And I remember all my. So as the nighttime hits my window, sudden move to gain the lights, 'cause I'm not even close to done yet. Well, I won't leave until it's spite. And when the dawn emerges slowly, I realize the night has passed. The sun's lovely, we're visionary, looking forward to a back. I'm running faster than before. These tunes and lovers cannot hold me back no more. I work alone. Is this all I'll ever know? And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind. And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it
Shadows fall over my heart. I black out the moon. I wait for you to come around. You got me dancing in the dark. I've closed my eyes, but I won't sleep tonight. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything black. Black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything black. Black, everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything black. Nocturnal state of mind, children of the night, but it's the only way of life. It's black holes pulling me inside of this black heart, the black soul underneath this black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Oh. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything black. Black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything black. Black, everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything black. Kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything black. Black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything black. Black, everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything, all black. Everything, everything black.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, VL as an organisation has suffered a lot of hard times recently. They've been scathed on social media for having organisations like Fireflies and Vulpine Esports who couldn't really hold up to it in big games. And now they've suffered criticism for letting last on this piece of content. We can't let that happen anymore. It's me, Cradden, returning to this or that. And with me, as hopefully usual, is Ruben. How's it going?
So much better now. I feel like all the dread that I was having, think maybe it's going to be last again this week. It's all just flown away right now.
Yeah, if you're watching this on stream, by the way, I really want to hear what you guys think of Last. Do you want to encourage him to get back on? Is he an overrated, flag-waving, eagle-bearing, bad ADC who relies on his team? We can let you guys make your choice.
Ideal. All right, well, let's crack on. Let's get right into it. First up, we got who has the bigger 0-10 power spike? Is it the Yone? Is it the Yasuo?
That's it. Like when we first did a Yone question, we weren't sure how it was pronounced, so we called him John or something like that.
I called him Yawan.
Yuan, that's it. Your memory is exceeding. And so Yon sounds a bit like a greeting, so let's Yon it up. In terms of 0 and 10, I think Yasuo has the power spike, and he's better at inting because he can dash out, but he doesn't have the seer that Yon does. A good Yon will just get into a fight, and then when he's suffering lethal damage or in a dangerous situation or against hard CC, he'll just nope out of there. A bad Yon, however, will go into the fight, then uses W, and it's essentially a load of little kids sitting around waiting for a pinata to drop from the sky so they can just wail on him. So I'm going to say at good level, Yasuo has the int power spike, but if you're picking up Yuan for the first time, that's the int button.
Right. Well, I'd hope that a good Yuan isn't going 0-10. Hopefully not in my games. But, well, I don't think I've seen a Yon go 0-10 and then actually pop off. I've seen many a Yasuo go 0-10, hit 2 items, and then pop off. But every Yon I've seen has, like, either brain damage or the biggest brain in the world. It's like the guy's either doing these thousands of micro calculations to figure out exactly how much damage he's going to do, and it doesn't fucking matter because he does 1 million damage anyway. Or he's going in and, yeah, like you said, they're all just crowded around waiting for him to come back, ready to beat his ass.
Dr. Seuss with a baseball bat, just
so I'll say if a Yon's an Inter, he's an Inter for life. And
yeah.
If Yasuo is an Inter, there's like a 90% chance he comes back in the game off a one shutdown. So I'll go with Yasuo on this.
Yeah, we on Yasuo for that one.
Yeah, alright. Glad we're in agreement for the first slide back together. Let's see if this continues on to the next slide.
Let's break it.
What is the better duo, Sona Lux or Sona Taric? Now,
that's a good one, and I've played both of these, but when I'm playing Sona Lux, I'm always the Sona. When I'm playing Sona Taric, I'm always the Taric. You know, for those very sick, very rugged and very framed mechanics and plays. Not the abs. You thought I was going for it. I didn't mention them at all. Yeah, in terms of what you want to do as a duo, I kind of like Sona and Taric because then you have a bit of a more defined who does the damage, who doesn't. Mm-hmm. But then with Sona and Lux, okay, here's a little tip for anyone who's going to play NSK soon, and that includes 7DSS shortly after this. Myself and Law, we're well polished, we have great synergy, and Impress, our coach, has built into us something great that we can use whenever we play a lane where you don't necessarily have one player who farms. We try to use single words to sort of represent bigger plays. So we say the word Gryffindor, and that means top laner get ready to teleport to a ward in the third bush in bot lane that I've just set up. For this instance, we say Springfield, which is, as one of the two farming players in this bot lane where there is no primary farmer, I have reached the support item gold penalty and now wish for you to start farming. So we just say Springfield and then instantly switch.
Oh, no.
Sona and Lux, I think because me and Laura have had more practice, I like that as the duo, but Sona and Taric has a place in my heart.
Right. I'm going to say Shay has played a ton of Sona Lux, and by a ton of Sona Lux, I mean any amount of Sona Lux, and it was enough for me to disband her. Or disown, that's the one, not disband. Disband. Anyway, I will say I prefer to have on my team Sona Taric, because Taric's got a much better looking model than Lux, and a much better laugh and voice lines and everything.
And the bit where he does the gem photo thing.
Exactly, yeah. I think that's it might be the taunt. I think it's the joke, actually. Yeah.
Control 1 is the one, yeah.
Yeah, that's joke, yeah. And also, I prefer to play against Sona Taric because at least they've got one melee champ, and Lux's shield isn't shielding for half of their health bars permanently. So I'll say I prefer in both instances Sona and Taric. I hate Sona Lux. But that might also be recency bias because I haven't seen Sona and Taric in forever. Whereas I've been trying to play some assassins recently, going in, they're full HP still, and I'm dead. So
yeah, I think either one could quickly become a heated lane when you play against it. Are you with Shay when she plays this?
No, never.
I mean,
wouldn't.
you
I
are
would
both the same
dodge.
elo, so it could happen.
She's D2 at the moment, so
I think you mean Platinum Plus.
yeah.
There we go.
All right. So we're both in agreement on the Sonoteric on this one, keeping the streak up. See if this continues for the whole episode potentially. Third slide, what we got? The biggest crowd favorite, UPR versus Bob.
Now, for me, I like UPR and what they've done. They've had a lot of banter. They've got a lot of really close results, and I really loved when they got their first win. Everyone was so proud of them. Bob, easy. It's not even close. Like, Bob were great anyway. They were every neutral team's favorite back from the days of 2 Group A, B split. But then when you throw in Doomer's banter in chat, when you throw in the fact that whenever Bob score a win or score a series, there's everyone in VL General cheering for them. The fact they've called themselves Bob rather than, let's face it, United Porus of Runeterra, as much as it's a joke name, it's a fairly serious outfit. Natural Summon Killers is Edgy Central. Horizon Light and Shadow, it's nice and fantastical and you can get images from it. They've just called themselves Bob. That's excellent. And they get all the crowd favorite points for that. It's so clear for me.
Yeah, I'd love to give it to UPR because they interact. They're even in the unofficial, completely not affiliated trash talk server, and they don't care. They just embrace it all. they know they're a bit of a meme team, and they just roll with it. I like it. Bob usually have been in past splits quite silent, or at least in 2019 they never said anything in chat, but now they've really come to terms with what it means to be Bob, and I can't fault them for that. I love watching Bob games. It's always exciting to see. Maybe this is the time they win. Maybe this is the split that they win Division 2. Who knows? I mean, probably not, but we could hope.
They probably won't win because they're in Division 3, but they might have. They are, yeah.
They're in Div 2.
They're 3-1 in Div 3 at the moment. So if they beat like Horizon Light, they'll get playoffs.
Wait, have we? Oh, we haven't played against them.
Wait. I don't think so.
Oh.
Quickly rushes through.
Oh, it is Div 3. Wow. I swear to God they were Div 2 at some point.
That's your last game. So that's at the end of August in like 2 weeks' time. Horizon Light Bob.
It is definitely one of the scarier matchups for Horizon Light. We'll be doing plenty of prep for this one. We'll be like Deja Vu Academy, right? And then we'll get oh shit, but Bob though. We'll be doing 2 weeks of prep for Bob. Nothing for Deja Vu Academy. But anyway, to answer the slide, the bigger crowd favorite's got to be Bob. Sorry, I went a bit off topic.
Big streak, 3 out of 3. Let's go.
All right, let's make it 4. Best use of coins, Bet VL or opening packs?
Oh my god, I've fallen a bit in love with BetVL recently, although thanks to Kali, the odds come live about 5 minutes after the game starts. So let's just say the interface is a bit limited. But yeah, I'm loving the idea of it, and as long as Kali and Kui and the gang can keep up with the level of workload, it's really cool. I've actually made 3 bets so far. I can't see the third one on the live bet screen. But basically, I've bet on my own academy team twice, and they've lost. And I've bet on Tempest at a 9-1 odds, and they've lost as well. So let's call it mixed reviews at the moment. We're opening packs. It's lost in the midst of BetVL, but opening packs was the original thing that everyone wanted the coins for. I think the only reason it's not been mentioned a lot recently is just because Kui and I think Valk and the gang are still hard at work on making the packs for Split 2. Yeah. So there'll be a massive resurgence in opening the packs, seeing if you can get 2 seasons of Trololo when that comes out. Get some gold in there, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm personally interested to see if F1 cards can join that, because I think Impress and Charmander are working on that at the moment to add to the VL group. So if people want really subjective ratings on cards that don't pertain to games they play at all, then that's a great way to spend the coins you don't have.
True. I mean, I'll say I'm a fan of opening packs, but I think I own all of the non-gold cards at this point. I'll tell you what, I saved up 1k coins because I was like, right, I've already got a Trelulu. I need to get the split 2 one. And then Lev says he's poor, so I use all of my coins buying packs. And then like 2 weeks later, bet VL, and I'm like, well, fuck. So I had like 20 coins, and I still decided to bet 50 coins on something. Obviously lost the bet. I can't remember what it was. It was some... I think I bet on UPR, and they let me down.
No, you did actually, and the spicy bit was that they were against Horizon Shadow at the time. So you bet against your own boys to lose.
Yeah. I can't believe it.
I don't know if that's a win-win or a lose-lose. Either you get the bet or your team wins, or it's just, no, my team are trash, let's bet on their opposition.
Nah, I wanted UPR to win that 100%. I was rooting from the whole time. And then I went into the negative coins, so I'll save up some coins, and then as soon as I hit 100 coins, next UPR game, I'm betting on it.
Oh, damn. Charmander put 500 coins on Tempest.
Oh, really?
That's a big F in chat, by the way.
He's going to be the richest man. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
They lost.
Ah,
no.
right. Yeah. That's a bit unlucky. Oh, I think I remember him saying in the call that he was... he thought he was going to win big on that because they won one game. Poor guy. But I'll go with... Since my net gains from opening packs is 42 cards, and my net gain from BetVL is losing 50 coins, I'll have to say the best use of my coins so far has been opening packs.
And for me, it's opening packs in terms of rewards, but that could all change depending on when I bet on NSK's next opponent.
True. All right.
Let's keep it going.
On we go. What is more annoying, reskids or bad scrim etiquette?
Right. Let's give this one a go because I don't know which to talk about first. Reskids. Let's make it simple. They're good. They're useful. They cover for emergencies. And if you accept the reschedule and then whine about it, you're a bad team. You should really check whether you can accommodate the reschedule first. I do feel, however, for the admins, the casters, and the production team, because especially for casters, they might research one game and then 4 hours before the game they'll go, hi-oh, no, different division time, YOLO.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing in general. The tickets were not fair by nature of once one team's been used, it can't be used by the other team. But it's a nice additional bonus. I think reschedules are good in theory. They got annoying in practice, but more for the neutrals like the casters, production, and admins.
Yeah.
Scrum etiquette. I can't comment on this because just in case Cirrus's name hasn't been dragged through the mud enough, he got a scrim together with Prime whatever. Or rather, I should say, he arranged a scrim with Buffoo, or whoever the captain was of Prime, and then didn't tell any of the Nutsk Academy boys. So 10 minutes after start time, Buffoo added us in the chat and then said, yo, Academy boys, where you at? And then Cirrus just did a surprise Pikachu face emoji. And the rest is history. Buffoo probably got the most satisfying scrim feedback review. I don't think we've had too much bad etiquette. I mean, while I'm using this platform, the only one that sort of became a meme was Z-Man calling us a coin flip team when we played Paradox last season. But I think bad scrum etiquette, even though I haven't seen too much of it, it is the worst one of the two.
All right. I'll talk about bad scrum etiquette first. I will say, I mean, Z-Man didn't have a clue how scrim feedback was used when he wrote that. He thought it was a review of how the team played, I believe.
And to be fair, that bit was spot on.
In terms of, I don't get annoyed about bad scrim etiquette. I mean, I would get annoyed if someone didn't turn up and didn't say anything. But I was usually like terrible to all of Plague's scrim partners. If we were there 10 minutes early and they weren't starting on time, like, come on, boys, we don't have all day. And I was doing it as a joke, but a lot of people from EPL started to refuse to scrim us because I was a fucking dick to everyone. And I didn't ever tell them it was a joke or apologize. I just, so I can't complain about bad scrim etiquette because I'd be a massive hypocrite. reschedules, I feel like part of the reason, this is just my own theory of why the reschedules have become so big, is partially because of the ticket, but not actually using the ticket. It's more like, you should reschedule with us or we're going to force you to because we can. And I feel like then they're going to be like, okay, well, let's decide on an actual day a bit closer since we're preparing for it, for that game at this time. So I feel like that might be why the reschedule is happening, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe everyone's just going on holiday to celebrate that coronavirus is completely finished. It is no more.
Yeah, there's not a single case in the world right now. This mask that I'm wearing has no purpose whatsoever. It's just for aesthetics. And everyone, of course, party by flocking to Ibiza and grinding on each other on a dance floor.
Exactly. Although, reschedules have made it very easy for the stream schedule just being stream whichever 2 games are actually being played on the day.
Yeah, we had that twice in a row for senior team. It was beautiful.
And I don't know. I'm not a fan of reschedules because it means that if I'm like, hey, I want to watch, I don't know, some garbage team play versus some other garbage team, I can't watch that anymore because they're playing on Tuesday and I have to spectate them and it's not as fun without casters. So
okay, that might be our first split.
Yep, I'm gonna go with reschedules. I hate reschedules.
Oh, while we're on this slide for a few seconds, Rock and the boys at 7DSS, while we're talking about bad scrim etiquette, do you remember that sub-top laner you got in when we scrimmed at the start of the split? The one that played Aatrox, won against us in like 15 minutes and then spammed Mastery 7 at our Nexus turret? Yeah, we're coming for that. No, I'm just kidding, Kit. I don't think you knew him. He was a sub-top laner. We'll have a few laughs about that one later.
Alright, they brought in, what's his name? John Wick to fill for a scrim, I guess.
That's the one. Mastery 7 on Aatrox, John Wick. Stomper of VL, Destroyer of Worlds.
Exactly. Well, our first split, unfortunate, maybe we can get it back on track with the next one. But what was the better forfeit? Boldsy or the VL Tats?
I like it. I don't know. I think these are Volk's tattoos, by the way. He hinted as much before we started recording. And I don't know how permanent those tattoos are, whether they're like for a few weeks or whether they're for life. And oh wow. So I don't know if Volk was audible then, but he told us that the tattoos you're seeing are Juicy's, Angry Cookies, and Volk's himself, and they are permanent for life, so put some respect on those names, guys. Boldsy is fun to look at, and I don't know whether that's his head or his thumb, but we'll move on. Looking at the tattoos, to put something like that on yourself for life, it's actually really cool, and it actually transcends forfeit into, damn, that's something that's part of my identity. And as a result, it's a brilliant forfeit. So yeah, I'm going to say that tattoos, massive respect to them for getting those.
Boldsy, that's so easy to do. You just, for me, I don't even have to do anything. If it was, I'll go bold for a £250 forfeit. I'm like, okay, I'm already there. I'm chilling. But VL tattoos, man, you got to go out your way for that. And I've been recently told by some trivia on Name It or Flame It that apparently I had fully funded these VL tattoos, and well, not a good use of money, I'll say, but
but while we're at it, like if you were personally paying for that tattoos, you could have gotten to get a Plague logo or maybe your face somewhere, but that option didn't seem to be offered.
Yeah, why was that not an option? Everyone gets the Plague logo. That would have been so good, actually.
Can we also point out as well that the bald head forfeit was done during the peak of quarantine lockdown in the UK, so Joycey probably didn't have to go outside for the next 5 weeks anyway. So stuff like Boldsy and Volk having his head shaved, and I think Charmander actually dyed his hair pink. It's cool, it looks good, and it's a nice forfeit, but you don't have that having to walk into a bank and talk about your current account while sporting the pink hair.
Yeah, absolutely disgraceful. Should have got the VL logo tattooed on his forehead as well, just to add to it. Okay. But yeah,
With
I'll
that
say-
mental image.
could have been like Avatar or something, you know. Looks almost like the arrow down. Who knows? All right. So yeah, we'll agree. We'll get back. We're back on track. Better forfeit. Definitely the VL tattoos. 100%. All right, and I think we're moving on to our last slide now.
Oh my god. We were warned it was going to be about us, but I just wasn't prepared for this.
Oh dear.
Is that the Snapchat girl filter? I think it is. Like,
Maybe.
I've sent a couple Snapchat girl filters in my time, and that looks fairly similar. Now, the one on the left, Creeley, is that Charlie or like Natalie? Or well, we'll leave that for now. Like the fact that I've got similar facial structure to my family, and the fact that my cousin has that color and that style of hair now means that I look a lot like my cousin in that photo. It's a real mind blower for me, but none of you will know her. So that's I think the only difference there is going to be the amount of lipstick, maybe the little pencil mustache on both sides, or maybe the jaw shape. But that's a real nostalgia blast for me there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Wow, Treluna, strangely attracted if I didn't look like such an alien when I look at it. I don't know what it is. I think it's the fucking eyes, or maybe it's the cheeks. Something about it makes me look like an alien.
I think it is the eyes. So in that one, like the shape of the girl's hair is not the same as the shape of the girl's head that would fit that hair is not the same as the shape of your head.
Yeah.
So it sort of distorts it a bit.
I don't even think that looks anything like me actually. Whereas I can see the resemblance in the Creeley, but that looks like this isn't even. This is just like they've got some fucking random person. I mean, maybe it's because I'm me and I can't see myself as a woman.
So the real trick to decide who would be more attractive would be to dress up in those costumes and see how many lesbians we could find. Only the real contest would be try and dress up as the other one and confuse just about everything. Sexualities, appearances, makeup artists, the whole shebang-a-bang.
Oh dear. I think I'll leave this one up to the Twitch chat to decide.
Yeah, is one of these more attractive, or would you like to see any of the players, any of the admins given the same Snapchat goal treatment?
Yeah, give someone else this pure torture to look at.
Imagine if this is like our last question format for all of this or that's to come. Like we have to like rate them out of 10.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not looking forward to that if that is the case. But
so yeah, with those two 10s on screen to play you out, thank you for watching. As always, it's been great to be back after a couple of weeks break. And let's have a quick look at the schedules to see who you'll be watching if reschedules don't happen. So if you're on VL1, you're about to watch Horizon Shadow versus Vengeance, a really top tier match in Division 1. And VL2 is reserved for Division 2. It's Whiffs Elite taking on OP Nerds, and both of those are sort of mid-table at the moment, so that's a really close match as well. It's been me, it's been Ruben, and behind the scenes it's been Valk and all sorts of Snapchat girl filters. Best of luck to any players. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.
I dream 100 dreams a minute. chasing tunes and lovers cannot hold me back no more. I worked alone. Is this all I'll ever know? And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind. And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind.
All right then. Hello and welcome everybody to Valence League's first division, and we have a banger of a game today. It's Horizon Shadow, who are yet unbeaten against our two-time finalist organization, though renamed, the former Centurion team Vengeance. I'm MotoJoe, and I have with me here Cliff. How has your day been?
My day's been pretty good today, thanks, Joe. How's yours then?
It's been okay. It's been okay. I've been looking forward to the games though, so that's brought me through it. We have two very, very strong teams here, I think. So this should be an interesting one, even though Vengeance have had to shuffle things around a little bit on account of their support having problems with Riot Games. And so it's Lordio subbing in the jungle, our two-time VL champion back then with Plague. And that means Demo goes to mid lane and Kiz, or 905, goes to the support role. Do you think these changes will heavily hinder them, or do you still think they can be competitive with one of our two unbeaten teams?
I mean, I think it changes the dynamic of Vengeance quite a bit. I don't know how Kiz plays support, but Branch has a very particular style, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do without Branch with them, because that will change things up. So
yeah, it will also free up some bans for the other teams, because so far in the season, Pyke and Pantheon have been regulars on the ban side across from Vengeance, and now with Branch gone, these two aren't necessarily champions you definitely need to ban anymore. So it opens up draft a little bit more for the other teams. as we enter
Yeah,
Champions
definitely it
League.
does.
Drafting has started. We will see Horizon on the blue side for game 1 and on the red side, Vengeance. As I said, the 2-time finalists, they want to live up to their names so far. Mediocre success, a 2-1 win and a 1-2 loss. So definitely looking to improve from that. Fiddlesticks has been banned every single game.
I mean, it's
Horizon.
success. Losing a person from...
Sorry, you've been cutting out. Cliff, are you still with us?
I should be. I'm just changing my pickup.
Oh, okay.
How's that? Is that any better?
Yes, it's wonderful. I can hear
There you go,
now.
yeah. Yeah, I just have my sensitivity turned way down.
All right. With the bans through, not the biggest of surprises, though the misfortune isn't a most usual ban. It is, of course, against Wellesley, not something completely unexpected. With Thresh being the first pick, a safe one, but not telling much about the composition yet.
Yeah, I mean, Con does like his Thresh. He, in my opinion, he has a bit of a coin flip Thresh, but he really enjoys playing it. And yeah, like you said, it doesn't show a lot from the team comp. The Ashe reply is probably the best reply here.
Yeah.
Get rid of the Caitlyn, you've got the Ashe for yourselves. It's a nice pickup.
Yeah. I was wondering why they would pick the Thresh over it, but maybe Con is just that comfortable, and maybe they have something in their back pocket that can be good against the Ashe. I'm really looking forward to what their solution to one of these super oppressive ADCs in the meta right now will be. While the second pick is the Nautilus alongside the Ashe.
Yeah, Naught's a nice pick. Naught Ashe is a very oppressive lane. I'm not sure if you've played against it, but it is horrible. If Ashe will attacks you once, you're guaranteed to be hooked.
I am a top laner, so I am as far away from bot lane as I can be, as long as my teleport's on cooldown, and not without reason. Orianna and Galio, two pretty safe mid picks, both locked very, very quickly, so these teams seem to be pretty sure in what their idea is in draft. The Tristana also has been a regular for Elven Blade this split, so
Yeah, he does like the Trist. We scrimmed Shadow last night, and he played the Trist against us, so I know what he can do on that champion. Getting rid of the Jax, that's an interesting one. I didn't expect to see that one.
Yeah, the Jax has been pretty strong in the hands of Simon Ferocious in their last series against UPR. He went 9-0-8 in the first game, and even the third game, which they did lose, he went 4-4-1. So definitely a pick to be looking out for. Fun stat for the Tristana. Elven Blade so far unbeaten on it this split. He went 4-1-5 in their second game win against UPR. 5-2-5 in their win against NSK, and 8-2-5 in the second game against NSK. So unbeaten yet, and a good, strong KDA. The Orianna more of a blind one, although had success in it as well.
I mean, Orianna is the kind of champion you can just pick blind. It doesn't have any horrendous matchups, so
Ooh,
the at least coming out from Lordio.
not the champion I've seen him play a lot of, but a man with a champion ocean like he should be able to bring the pressure Elise wants to bring in the early game. Has to be careful though to not fall off too quickly, because Tristana Orianna already looks like a frightening late game teamfight composition.
And the Sejuani's thrown in there as well. That's a really nice ball delivery system as well. Tom is probably one of the better junglers in VL at the moment as well. So I think he's going to be fine in the early game. Lordio really does need to punish it though. He needs to find ways into that Sejuani's jungle for sure.
Yeah, and he's got the champion to do it with. Spike Spiegel gets one of his signature champions that we haven't seen in a while, the Illaoi. Able to dominate lane, even though blind pick is a ballsy one. Just throwing the gauntlet, or rather the tentacle down for Simon Ferocious to pick up.
He loves that Alawi. He will any chance you give him to play Alawi, he will play it. He absolutely loves the pick. I've seen him 4v1 side lane. So
Yeah, and the answer for Simon Ferocious this game is the Wukong. He's not played that this split yet. A lot of Mordekaiser, a lot of Jackson 1 Shen games so far. The Wukong is a new one, though I do think it pairs up very, very well with this Elise, and it has good synergy with the Galio as well. It's definitely a pick that fits the comp. Now he has to not go under, pun intended, in lane against that tentacle sea goddess Illaoi.
So quick question for you, Joe, because I'm not sure if I know the answer to this one. If Alawi uses her ultimate whilst the Wukong clone is around, that gives her extra, right? Because it counts as a champion, because you can proc Spell Thieves on a Wukong
That is
clone.
probably true. I'm not 100% on it. Maybe we have someone in Twitch chat who can tell us and is 100% sure on it. I do assume that is the case, though, and so...
It has to be, right? Surely it is. If you can proc Spell Thieves on a Wukong clone, I'm sure that all other, champion-related items or spells affect it, so...
Yeah, sure, but it is Riot Spaghetti Code we're talking about, so...
That's true. I
Can't never be 100% sure. Now, while we are waiting for a 3-minute delay, I want you to look at these team comps for me and help me decide which team comp you think is stronger on paper. Who do you think is going to win this game?
It's difficult to say who I think is going to win. I think Vengeance's top side is really, really good early, and if they can get the Elise and the Wukong ahead, they can finish in the mid game. It's really difficult. I actually think I favour Vengeance's team comp here because classically in VL, if you're the person making the plays and being proactive, you usually come out on top. So I'm all about the proactive team comps.
Yeah, and proactive this team comp is definitely with the likes of Nautilus, Ashe, Elise, and the Wukong, and then just bring in the Galio on top of any of them. Really strong decision-making ability here and playmaking ability. Though on the other side, we have to say, if this Illaoi is given an inch, she will take a mile of this
Yes.
Wukong. And once she reaches level 6 and is not at least a little bit behind, she will be able to 1v2, unless perma CC'd. Because once the ultimate is activated and she starts healing, it's so oppressive.
I was just thinking, I don't know who deals with Alawi past 30 minutes if it's an even game. I'm not sure how Wukong does into that. So
we will see it this game, hopefully. Another thing I want to look at here is, I mentioned the team fighting potential of the likes of Orianna and Tristana. But of course, in team fights with Galio, Elise, Wukong, you always have the possibility to find a full-through assassination on one of these carries. And then it falls back to the Illaoi to pick up the slack for the one that could potentially die, especially if we have so much CC on the side of Vengeance. It's something I really like to see. There's practically hard CC on every single member.
Yeah, there's a lot of CC in this game. Actually, I think everybody apart from Illaoi has some form of hard CC this game.
Yeah. Also, storylines we have to look out for a little bit is Pyrotom is playing against his former team after they've lost the final against Plague back at the end of last split. Pyrotom left the team, he joined Horizon, and now he's facing at least 2 old teammates in Simon Ferocious and Kiz, though Kiz not in the mid lane at the moment. On the other side, the man who defeated him in that final in the jungle is on Vengeance today. So let's hope there's no PTSD involved on Pyrotom's side towards facing Lordio again.
Joe, I'm excited. This should be a good game.
Yeah, definitely. Really looking forward to this. The hype should be there as we enter load screen any second here.
I really, thinking about it, I don't know who deals with the Illaoi. What?
Well, there is one form of CC that can always deal with Illaoi, and that is the gray screen. If you kill her quick enough with enough chained CC. She can't press R, and when dead, she also can't press R. So that is probably their hope. The only problem here, the Orianna and Tristana aren't champions you can just ignore, kind of, to deal with the Illaoi. And also side laning is going to be extremely hard. So I agree with you in the assessment. Illaoi is going to be a tough one to deal with. Looking at runes and summoners, is there something you want to highlight as...
Spellbook on Galio. I don't know how common that is for Galio mid.
Oh, I'm not sure either. But I'm
That's
sure
quite an
you
interesting
know
one.
something here.
I think you have everything else is quite normal. I don't know if you go grasp or...
And go! We are unpausing, we are starting this match. The teams are in the fountain and walking out of it as we speak. I don't see anyone balling up for an invade, or do I? It's 4 members of Vengeance clumping up. They do have a strong level 1 with the Elise and that Nautilus. 5 point start from the other side. Surprises happening, yes, no?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Vengeance looking for the bit of a silver invade there.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly the plan is here, but I'm sure they've thought of something here. 905 is just standing there, maybe trying to bait someone to walk into him. And then the other 3 would come in from the side, but Con not being baited by it here. One more thing I want to highlight is 2 cleanses on both late game carries for the side of Horizon, Lican and Elvenblade, both opting for that summoner spell. Probably a wise choice with how much CC is on the other side, with that Ash Arrow, with that Cocoon, not to mention Galio and Nautilus.
Yeah, Lican's definitely going to need the cleanse. If at least hits a Cocoon on him, he dies to the chain CC 100%, so it's a smart pickup for him.
Oh, it's the late invade. The red buff has been engaged by Pyrotom, and here comes the enemy team. Kiz walking forward with that Nautilus, and Welzy and Lordio are looking to steal this. This could be a smite fight already. 905 walking forward to try and prevent this. Lordio picks it up, even though he smote a little bit early. 905 flashing over the wall. Ignite by Con had been used, and the flash saves 905's life. So Kiz flashless for the next 5 minutes and very low HP on this Nautilus. So Pyrotom does know where to go. He will have a very delayed start though.
Yeah, that's not great for Tom. That's kind of exactly what Vengeance needed to do though. Punish the Sejuani as early as possible, get Sejuani behind, Elise ahead, and then Elise kind of has control of the jungle matchup after that. So let's see what Lordio does with that. It's because he's going to be at least a camp ahead this entire game now.
Yeah. Both have cleared their blue buff now, but Lordio has that red buff smite away still, and is already just a bit ahead in experience and gold here. We'll have to look where he wants to bring that pressure. It looks like he's pathing to the bot lane already, where Elvenblade and Con, through the Tristana passive, have already started pushing up, and there comes the gank. He's already wearing double buffs. Con's flash has been forced, but the Cocoon is still available. He's holding it, he hits Con, but Con, oh, he's stunned again. There comes 905, there comes the Ignite. First blood comes in for Welzy, and that is just the start they wanted.
Yeah, Con and Elven a bit too far up. caught out of position. Cotton had to blow his flash from the Nautilus hook, and yeah, that just let Lordio walk up on him. Lordio just needed to wait until he auto attacked him one time, and then it was a free hit on the cocoon. Very nice gank. It was a good gank, well timed. I think.
Thanks. Stanford is already walking away. Doesn't look like they have the chain CC to really deal with him. Taunt missing on the Khan here. Cocoon lands on, that's good damage from the Galio Q, but not really kill threat at this point.
No, you got far enough back. If you have to chain those, you have to hit the cocoon into the taunt. I think, not the other way around.
Well, that is attack into a lot of minions by Spike, but the heal from these tentacle hits, from that tentacle smash, I think the ability is called, just keeping them well healthy enough to keep trading into the Wukong.
Yeah, it's an Alawi. It's very difficult to punish this. You have to punish it early, and when it gets to 6...
I freaking hate this champion. It's just, it just forces you to play that minigame with her, and you can't really win, because even if you, like, dodge all the tentacles and then kill the tentacles if she ever hits you with the E, you just lose so much meanwhile, because you have to deal with the tentacles. Meanwhile, she can farm, she can poke, she can do whatever the hell she wants. You're just forced to deal with all the hentai around you.
On the rare occasion I get filled top, I play Alawi just because it tilts top laners.
Yeah, it tilts top laners almost as much as Teemo or Quinn. It is that annoying to deal with, and at least Teemo you can gank, but what do you do against Alawi?
Yeah, if you gank that, Alawi's like, okay, I'll just kill both of you then.
Yeah, the only way to really deal with Alawi in my recent experience has been the Mordekaiser, because he can force her to be alone with him, and in the Death Realm, even she's not the stronger one.
Yeah, I think the tentacles don't appear in the Death Realm as well, so... But Vengeance actually banned the Mordekaiser out. That's probably why Spike took the blind pick here.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. The game not really developing much beyond that early kill in the bot lane. Pyrotom has mostly caught up with Lordio in farm and experience. But the push still being on in the bot lane could mean an early dragon attempt. As the bot lane of Horizon Shadow have recalled, it looks like Lordio wants that Infernal Drake. Horizon has a ward on it though, so if they're fast enough they could try to challenge.
Yeah, they'll give that. They do have a tendency to be absolutely fine giving away the first couple of dragons. Maybe they did get caught slipping a little bit with that recall, so something to work on for the future. But very well punished by Vengeance, just going straight to it. They knew that Elven and Con had backed, and they knew it was free. So
Simon has to start looking out here. The Leap of Faith is available for Spike, and he's not down. He's not behind at all. He's even in farm with Simon, and he's an Alawi. So now the fun begins. Also, Pyrotom is around on Lordio's Krugs. Might try to make something happen from behind here.
I loved Spike doing his Spike thing, keeping the lane nice and pushed up to try and bait Lordio to come and gank him.
Yeah, Lordio meanwhile is in the bot lane trying to make plays happen, but his lane is a little bit too pushed up for a lane gank to really work right now. So they're trying to clear vision. The hook lands onto the Thresh though. That's a stun from the Cocoon. Con takes lots of damage, but it does not seem to be enough to threaten a kill on the tower, and so they back off towards that Tri-Brush. Lordio looking for the red buff where both junglers could be meeting. The bot lane is coming up from Horizon. This could be an overconfident invade here from Lordio and 905. It's 2v3.
Well, he's still in lane.
Pyrotom's here. Here comes Elvenblade jumping in the Tristana bomb on Lordio. He is surely going to go down. One has to go out though. Ignite will kill his. That is a kill for the Thresh, and here comes the resets. Elvenblade jumping forward. Flash out from Lordio. It's a 1-for-0, and the red buff is saved. Meanwhile, Spike forced Simon out away from his own tower. That will be good damage with the Demolish. A plate is taken. All around, good wins for the side of Horizon after the early game really went against them.
I mean, that almost went bad. But yeah, it was nice. Vengeance very, very overextended. The second Wellesley showed in lane, and Horizon knew that Vengeance were going for that invade, they should have just backed out and left.
Yeah. Bit of overconfidence here. They just banked on Pyrotom still being top lane, I think, maybe. But he was able to be there just in time to prevent that red steal. And now the jungle is even. Lordio even behind in gold. So early game advantage not properly used, I would say. The Ashe still with the kill. Should reach items first. That is a dodge on the shockwave.
Ooh.
Sumo.
That was nice. It was almost preemptive. Like, I think he pressed the charge just before Lycaon pressed the ultimate. It was very well done for him.
Bit of a big trade here in the top lane. Simon just having his clone, but the Illaoi one this time, take a lot of punishment.
Illaoi is so fun to watch. Just horrible to play against.
Yeah. Simon already back down to around half HP. The level up brings him back up a little bit. Still, it's so oppressive to play against the Illaoi. Already up 15 CS. Look at the wave. It's around 5 more than you can see on the scoreboard because so many minions are still standing on the other side. Freezing the wave just there with the 4 minions on Wukong's side. It's a horrible time to be Simon Ferocious right now. He should be trying to push the wave in and just go roam or invade the Sejuani, because in lane against this Illaoi, it's gonna be not getting easier from now on.
Yeah, I don't think the Wukong pick was the tech here.
Yeah, especially since he early bought that Tiamat, so it looks like he wants to push out the lane, but then he just doesn't. He pushes the lane to where it's standing right now, then takes a lot of Illaoi poke and has to back off. So completely not working that pick at the moment. Maybe it'll pay off in teamfights when he gets the Galio on top of his head. But for now, not looking like that was what Vengeance intended.
Yeah, this game is evened right out now. Vengeance up on Dragons, and that's about it really. Maybe a bit of an XP lead in certain places, with Wellesley being upper level on Elven, and DMO being upper level on Lycaon. But on the flip side of that, Tom's upper level on Lordio, and Spike's upper level on Simon Ferocious, so...
Yeah, also significant to mention here that they stole Pyrotom's first red buff, and he had to walk all the way to blue buff to start his jungle clear, but he's already a level up on Lordio, so he's been farming very, very well. Lordio with a gank that worked early, but since then not much working out for him very well.
Lordio spent a lot of time sitting in bot lane waiting for a second gank when the lane was pushed up, and I think Tom managed to get the lead back here. They're looking towards Dragon now though.
Yeah, they're invading though. That is the Sejuani ultimate hitting. The shockwave brings them in even more. Wellesley's already dead. The counter engage is just too late. They might try to go for Elden Blade. He is ignited. One more auto attack could do it, but he does survive now the turnaround. Kiz falls as well. Lycaon gets the credit for this one, and it's 3-1 on the board now for Horizon Shadow. And they could transition this to an Ocean Drake, but Lordio's still around. He gets hooked though into 4 people. No way out. Lycaon gets another one, and that will mean the Dragon in addition to a free kill. And the lead is growing, and look at Simon. He's straight up not having a good time in top lane.
Yeah, it was a great ward there. Horizon got there first. They got to put the wards down. Wellesley stepped on it, and Tom jumped on him. He did not hesitate for a second, and then after the fight petered out, Lordio cleared the ward and Con hit the blind hook over the wall, and that was just a nice clean play from Horizon. They've taken a gold lead now as well for the first time in the game, and this is looking bad for Vengeance because they have the early to mid game comp here.
Yeah.
So this is not good for them.
Yeah, a comp with Elise and Galio being behind 3,000 gold almost at 12.5 minutes is not where you want to be against a comp with Tristana, Illaoi, and Orianna. But maybe they still have some surprises up their sleeve with this comp. The mid game is about to start. People are about to hit their first items. I think that is where the comp of Vengeance starts to come online. They have to stop the bleeding though. They have to stop falling behind. They need to be on top of these plays instead of just reacting to what Horizon is doing.
Yeah, they really do need to be. They really do need to be the first people to situations like Dragon. I also noticed that neither team has gone for the Herald yet. The Herald has just been left alone, which confuses me a little bit. You see Div 3 teams rotate to Herald at 8 minutes, so
Yeah, especially with the especially weird with the side of Horizon, where they have this Illaoi who's already 30 CS and who's completely dominating the lane, and they still don't go for the objective on the top side of the map. To the advantage, CS will keep growing, but you know.
Illaoi loves fighting in small spaces like that as well. There's fantastic areas to fight for Illaoi where people don't have a lot of mobility to move around.
That's a taunt landing from Demo. Lican just doesn't really care though. Demo doesn't have much damage at this stage of the game, and Spike just keeps hitting these Illaoi-Es, keeps hitting these tests of spirit. And so far, Wukong's spirit has not been very well reacting to these tests. Another taunt from Demo, and that is a Winds of War! The shockwave pulls him in, but that not enough damage to do it. Pyrotom coming in though, flash away from Demo, just dodging the ultimate. Lordio is now in the middle of where he doesn't want to be, and falls the kill gifted to Lican in the bot lane. The 2v2 is not. Welzy flashed away, Elvenblade flashing behind. It's just so much damage from Tristana. 905 saves his ADC for just a second, enough to get the kill on the Tristana. Now 1-1 between the supports. Pyrotom's coming in, the hook lands onto 905. Can he get to the safety of his tower against these two tanky people? No, he cannot. Pyrotom picks the kill up. 7-2 kills. We're almost at Brazil versus Germany. Just a little better for Vengeance, but they're still falling behind rapidly. It's just going against them.
How did that hook land?
Aimbot? I don't know, man.
Honestly, from my perspective, I don't know if it looked like that for you, but from my perspective, he was behind a minion. And
Maybe the minion just dived the tower.
That was crazy.
That could have been what happened. Still, the camera of the directed camera from the right spectator client really likes the top lane, so we keep seeing Spike bullying a defenseless Harambe there.
Spike taking tower shots to the moles as well.
Yeah, it's not pretty at the moment. It's 40 CS almost here. And the lead, as I said, just keeps growing. He still hasn't used the Leap of Faith, but he hasn't been ganked by Lordio. But at one point he will start using this once he hits the Test of Spirit. Once he hits that E, already has 2 Wukongs there to use the ultimate on them. And,
yeah, he'll
already
hold
kill him.
He will hold that. He will not use it in a 1v1 situation. So it's nice to see the discipline from players like that. He knows that it's better if he uses it when he gets ganked, because if he uses it and then Lordio ganks afterwards, he dies. He needs that ultimate for the 2v1 turn.
True. He does have the Black Cleaver now. Simon, not that close yet, even to the Ravenous Hydra. So the lead really manifesting in the build already here. And Spike is going to take down the tower just by himself without any jungle assistance at all. In that top lane, he just kills the tower at 16.5 minutes. That was very what on with these cocoons so far after that first blood hasn't been really helpful though for them, as the gold lead is around 4,500 for the side of Horizon Shadow, who are looking to keep their unbeaten streak up.
A big shout out to Welzy being the only member of Vengeance right now that's up on gold. That's quite good for Vengeance because he is their primary damage source anyway, so it's nice that he is still getting gold.
The Cloud Dragon has been picked up by Horizon at this moment. 2-1 dragons. As we have this Cloud Soul, we're gonna have at least 2 more Cloud Dragons on this map, so get used to the sight of them. Even though they will be falling pretty quickly, probably. These teams have been quick to pick up these dragons.
You gotta feel so bad for Simon right now. He's just been left to be punished by Illaoi for 17 minutes, nearly 18 minutes.
Yeah, it's not fun being a top laner sometimes. Good news for Vengeance. Give me some, please. What do you think they can do to make something happen in this game? That's one thing. Hit an Ash Arrow followed by the Nautilus ultimate. Just kill the support. That's a shutdown even. Just unfortunate that it goes to Kiss, but a kill is a kill.
I mean, I was going to say, They need to look for something with Ash Arrow, but they did it, before I got to speak. So that's nice.
They keep going, flash forward from 9 to 5, and they kill Elven Blade as well. Good job on juggling the tower aggro as well with
Great.
Lordio and his spider form ability there. And that is also going to mean the tower, and just like that, the gold lead closes just a little bit. We're at 3,000 now and not at 4,500, so the gold lead has been cut into 2/3. At least something, right?
It was a great dive. I'm pretty sure Kiz got both of those kills though, unfortunately. It would have been really nice for Vengeance for both of them to go over to Wellesley.
Or at least to Lordio, right?
Yeah, or to Lordio, yeah, either of them. Just not Kiz playing Nautilus. It's a bit unfortunate. Elven caught overstaying though. That's the big thing that we can take from that. The second Con dies, Elven needs to just leave. Go to his tier 2 and recall.
Yeah, there was no way he could defend that tower even if he didn't die, and if he stays, he just, as we saw, gets dove. You were talking about Rift Heralds earlier. Powercom has picked that one up, at least something for Horizon out of all that action. Let us see where he's going to use it. The gold lead is still around 3,000, so it's not like they're in any way, shape, or form the ones in need to make something happen. That onus still is on Vengeance. So where do you see them put the pressure? Where do you see them try to attack the lead that Horizon still have on them?
In my opinion, they really just need to keep attacking Con and Elven. They can't go to Spike. If they go to Spike, they risk giving a triple kill over. They need to keep focusing all of their pressure onto this Tristana. Which even in itself is difficult, because Tristana has technically, 3 ways to get out, 4 ways if you include Cleanse to get out of a gank.
Yeah.
But that's where I would be focusing on the Thresh, on the Tristana. Lycaon still gets to sit in this short lane, so it's really, really hard to punish him.
Also, speaking of punishing Illaoi, they're already not really able to do it at the moment with the lead that Spike has, but none of them is building any healing reduction either. So if they try to fight the Illaoi, they really, really have to change to see her 100 to 0, or she'll just press Q after her ult and be at 100% HP again.
See, Joe, here's the secret tech, right? I'm going to let you in on this one. The secret tech is you don't need to buy healing reduction if you don't fight Illaoi, and that's what Vengeance is doing this game.
Yeah, they just will have to try and wave clear everything she does and win the fights elsewhere. Problem is, Spike Spiegel, the smart man that he is, has picked up a summoner spell called Teleport. That is a shockwave landing onto Kiss. He will fall from this. Girls Golden just to save some time, but it will still fall, and that baited them into going further. I think that stopwatch actually killed Wellesley there, because if he doesn't press it, they just kill him, and Wellesley gets away.
I think so too.
Yeah, and then
they're going to force the Baron.
Yeah, they just go for the Baron. They have some of the Rift Herald as well that will pick up a charge onto this mid lane tower. Not sure if it's gonna kill it. The tower seems to be still alive, but the Baron is very low already. 3,500. Lordi is around the corner. He will try to get the steal. Bash in from Simon. They're gonna go for it, but Lordi has been ulted away by the Tristana. The Baron is still alive. Lordi will get the kill on Elven Blade. Not sure what's happening here. Now his tentacles are flaming everywhere. Lordi with a double kill. Finally falls to Pyrotom. Now Simon is dead, but for a 3v5 defense, they did pretty well. The Baron has not fully healed back up yet, so it's already back down to 3,000. They're going to still pick it up. I don't think they can prevent this in time. Pyrotom is here and has the smite. We'll get it. Flash in from 9 to 5 to try something, but that just goes horribly wrong. They can never hope to kill Spike. They can never hope to kill Lycaon. And that's just a kill and a flash gifted from 9 to 5. He used the Ignite as well for some reason. And now we're at 5,500 gold, and Vengeance will have to start getting desperate, because the lead is almost insurmountable with the comp disadvantage that they will get once the game goes on.
That was a bit hard to watch. There were several mistakes there. We'll start from the first one I spotted, okay, Joe?
Yeah.
Lycaon doesn't really do a lot of damage to Baron. He should be looking for Lordio. The second one, Elven on like 50 HP, should not be jumping on to Lordio.
No, not really.
The third one I noticed as well is Kiz flashing over a wall to try and steal Baron from a jungler with Smite. I like the ambition, but that's never going to happen.
I mean, in the end, it is desperation, because even if he doesn't do it, the lead is huge, but the chance of that working was, from the beginning, almost zero. And now they've picked up the second Cloud Dragon as well, bringing them to Soul Point. They're pushing with the Baron buff, and I don't think Demo has any business trying to fight the Illaoi, and he notices it. Oh no, it's a catch! And Lordio has been caught inside his own jungle by 3 enemies and will just fall. Shockwave tags 905, but I don't think there's kill threat in this one yet. We have to say Lee Count 7-0 on the Orianna. Even if he made one small mistake there towards the Baron, he is insanely strong right now in this game with the Liandry's and the Saros together with a needlessly large rod. It's all looking Horizon right now, and I can see the sun rising over that shadow.
It looks very, very good for them right now. He's well on his way to Death Cap, I assume, with that needlessly. So he's going to start doing a lot of damage in comparison to what Vengeance have in terms to tank it. The only one that can probably really eat that up is the Galio, but he still doesn't want to take a Shockwave.
No, not really. They also don't have a lot of MR on their team, which is understandable against Tristana and Illaoi, but still this Orianna is just so fed, especially with the Liandry. She's just going to do so much damage every time she presses W or R and hits someone.
You can tell that Shadow are really far ahead right now, because Tom is just blindly queuing over walls into 3 people and not dying because of it. So
he hasn't died all game. The whole top side from Horizon with sublime gameplay so far. Even if Spike hasn't been part of many of the kills, 002, he's just done his job. He's got the first tower, he's completely took the Wukong out of the game, and kind of fight is trying to be engaged here by Vengeance, but Pyroton just simply doesn't give a damn. The arrow goes wide, the count is legendary, killing 905 there, and that was a fight Vengeance engaged because they thought they had caught someone.
yeah, Vengeance, Lekaon was a bit far forward, but Tom was around the other side of that wall. It's a Sejuani with Q, so the Baron's fallen off now though, but still going to be in here.
Yeah, it's going to be mid in it. They could try to rotate bot even to take that one, because they have a wave coming there. Not sure if they'll dare to do it, because 905 is respawning in a couple of seconds, and they all have a lot of gold to spend. Khan carrying 2,000, Spike carrying more than 2,000, Pyroton carrying 1,700, and even Tristana carrying a full BF sword in gold.
Yeah, it's looking a bit dead now for Vengeance.
Yeah.
They need to pick up that Lekaon shutdown first of all if they're going to get back into this game. But Tom has just been everywhere.
And he's so tanky. Even though he's building supportive items like the Zeeks and the Nightsoul, he's just so tanky. I know it's been a crutch phrase for me recently, but still, Vengeance needs more than one miracle right now to come back into this game. The lead has exceeded 10,000 gold at this point. 26 minutes into it, this Dragon Soul is not all that far away, and one more fight that Horizon wins basically means the end of the game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Horizon right now can 4-1, send everyone bot lane and then spike top and just end the game.
Oh, that's a shockwave. 905 caught in the jungle just where Lordio was caught earlier. And that's 4v5 on the map. And this could already be the final push as Lordio is desperately trying to escape. Pyroton, but he flashes over the base wall. Has the ball on him. They're going to keep going. They're diving Lordio, and there's just no way out for the little itsy bitsy spider. Squashed by Elven Blade. And Sun Process just can't get the CC done. He's already killed. Compton takes the credit. And they can just take tower shots with impunity at this point in the game. It's only 2 alive on the side of Vengeance. And Horizon Shadow assert their dominance in Game 1 with a 27 to 28 minute victory. Very, very likely here. The Nexus is about to fall. They're trying to pad their KDAs. Shotwave for another kill. 905 falls as well. And this game is over. Congratulations to Horizon. That was a very strong first game from them.
That was nice. It was good to watch. Yeah, that whole sequence of events at the start of the game started from Kiz greeting for a blue trinket ward. They're worth 1 gold, man. It's not worth it. And then he died, and Horizon Shadow just got to run the rest of his teammates down because he was their main form of tankiness at CC. He's dead, so it's free. Have our base.
Yeah, very, very strong performance from them. Didn't really leave Vengeance any chance, even though Vengeance got this first blood. It was just all Horizon from then on. There was not much Vengeance could attempt to do, but everything they tried just shot them back further.
Yeah, for sure. It was they had a really good start. Vengeance had a really good start picking Con. It was a great gank, and then after that, it was just they didn't really do much. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it was the Elise pick.
I'm also not sure about that Wukong pick because they weren't focusing, like they weren't ever gonna gank a Nilawi all that much. Like
Yeah,
then just pick a safe tank into the Illaoi. At least the tank, if he gets beaten down by the champion in lane, at least the tank has impact in team fights, right? With the
Yeah.
Wukong, you kind of need to be on top of things. You kind of need to be at least even in lane to be strong enough in team fights for it to be worth for the Galio to jump on you. But Simon Ferocious was not allowed to have any kind of impact in this game. And so the Wukong pick just kind of being a puff of smoke and nothing more.
yeah, I agree. I mean, we said that we weren't sure what Wukong does into Illaoi, and I think that kind of confirmed it. That Wukong doesn't do anything into Illaoi.
Yeah, I think with that we can go away from this game, and for the side of Vengeance and for the hopes of a high match, we will hope they can put it behind them just as well. Meanwhile, just before we go into a short break, I want to plug our little store because while we don't want you to really touch the browser in the break, you can open a new tab and go to gamersapparel.co.uk/store/Valence and check out all the cool merch we have for our league. And let's hope for a more competitive game one. We'll see each other in a couple of minutes.
I dream 100 dreams a minute, and deep inside what I construct. So there's no use, don't even bother. Tonight is not the night for us. I have a million shapes to vacate. I'm past the point of no return. So don't even call, don't even bother, 'cause I can make you my concern. I'm running faster than before. Beats and tunes and others cannot hold me back no more. I work alone. Is this all I'll ever know? And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind. And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind. And I remember all my. So as the nighttime hits my window, sudden move to gain the lights. 'Cause I'm not even close to done yet. Well, I won't leave until it's spite. And when the dawn emerges slowly, I realize the night has passed. The sun's ugly, we're visionary, looking forward to a back. I'm running faster than before. Beats and tunes and others cannot hold me back no more. I work alone. Is this all I'll ever know? And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind. And I remember all my childhood dreams. I find it hard to get them out of my mind.
What up, Betty? Rippin' OG this time, just another loser to bet on.
Ooh, Daniel Dracos, hosting, casting, rapping. Tell me, do you wake up mediocre or is it just a conscious effort?
Maybe we should have let you film in that bathtub with XPeke, seeing how much you brown nose an OG. What else I got? Motivation. What up, Betty?
Finally, another rap battle, and your old boys Fnatic are finally in it. Why don't we kick this shit off? Here's a reminder that I'm still here. At least recognize that I'm top tier. Respect from the fans, it's all they cheer. Fnatic is the name that you will fear. 200 years to close out a game. I thought for a second OG was your name. You do like objectives, you don't like to fight. Wanna bore us to death, or is it just spite? The people don't love you like they love me. I'm the epitome of what you could be. 7 tiles, we're fun, and we look like a gem. They only know you cause of TSN. No hope in this series, boy, you should abstain. Starting to think you're a sucker for pain. Starting to think that it's over in lane. Now I just know you ain't winning a game.
Say what you want, this how we play. Still finish first at the end of the day. We win games, we take names. Crush your soul, got no shame. Sleeping on us like you're taking a bubble. We gonna pop you, this damage is double. We gonna hit you up now, you in trouble. A knife in the back, cause we spec and subtle. Rocks have died for this, or great Thieves lock in, barely making fifth. Soraka bot with center picks. Does Reckless need his John a fix? Cause L9 barely 9-9. Dragged across the finish line in 50-50 for clear reasons. Coin flipped your whole season.
We're the Mad Lions and we're coming for the top. You're an old has-been, why don't you stop? We're original, we're visible, a goddamn miracle. You're cynical, you're pitiful, your play is criminal. You belong in an institution, or at least a fine for caps boosting. Cause Perkovich, he ain't doing shit. Even Mickey was better with a broken wrist. Top, AD, support, whatever. Doesn't really matter cause we're just better. Can't come close to the man named Kaiser. Leave you defeated and none the wiser. You're an ocelot and we're the real deal. When we're done with you, all you'll do is squeal. Hakuna Matata, you're not going far. Mad Lions make you feel like Scar.
Oh boy, an angry little kitty cat. Spend a series getting neutered, how's that? You'll never stand a chance, just facts. Might as well quit now, relax. Humanoid Inton, he's just getting worse. Hope that his contract included a hearse. Thought we might get an opponent for caps. Guess that's naive when you're playing like crap. Drop quicker than a fox, that's a fast fall. Chase you down like Bully, get mauled. You're a team without Syndra, no balls. Try and best G2, your call. So tell me, are you mad, bro? Some anxiety that maybe you should let go? All the stress just prepping for a big throw? Playoffs are a bit harder, you know. Still the king won, no debate. Don't need no fans to liberate. Cut the bullshit, you're just hating. Playoffs now will be dominating. Damn, Fnatic, you're here? After a whole split of playing like shit?
So what? We struggled just a little bit. Got knocked down, took a few hits. Took our time standing up, now I admit. Not here to pretend, had a bad split. Maybe it's time that we shift gears. Show them the Fnatic that you fear. The one with the penners and the big plays. We could bring him back for a few days. G2 is just a name on a list. Revenge for Fnatic, got time, this is it. Can't wait to watch your reign collapse. What you gonna do, just buy another cap? I'm sorry, but this rivalry still lives in me. Acknowledge me, Fnatic army, come to end your party. I will always be your adversary. You should be very wary, your curse kinda scary. Take it to the cemetery as we return to glory.
Back to back to back, you know these titles start to stack. Just like all your failed splits, start to think that this is it. Fnatic, you've lost the magic, it's tragic. Once a classic, now just over dramatic. A soap opera, I'm on the edge of my seat. Who the fans gonna ask to bench this week? Nothing to discuss, Cap shows us. You don't have to trust, your team just sucks. You two getting trophies, Fnatic getting mentions. Maybe it's time for an intervention. Fnatic, let's make one thing clear. You're only rivals in the mirror. We don't beat you, you beat yourself. Pathetic, go and get some help.
Wait, so when did this become a G2 Fnatic party?
Oh, isn't that the team you knocked off in round 1 playoffs last split? I think I've seen them before. Supposed to be the best, press X to doubt. Maybe 03 finals just chasing clout. These silly Twitter games that you're all about. Catch me on the rift and I'll knock you out. So please don't question us, say what's best for us. World's already, this is just a test for us. Okay, boomers, you wanna see more? We'll hit our ceiling while you hit the floor. Yeah, Fnatic like to spit hot shit from their lips, but they seem to forget their roster slips. Reckless chances looking gloomy. Can't win a title that caps so horny. This is an assassination. No more G2 domination. No more kings, no legacy. Just a bit of you toe to toe with me.
Your rivalry is so outdated. Your history now looking faded. EU fans, we know you waited. Rogue and Mad now activated. G2, what are you without caps? Couple inters fighting over scraps. New kids are here, got that fresh blood. We'll beat you down, leave you in the mud. Listen, you've done all you can do. Players change, burn out, retire too. But you look like you're playing from a garbage can. It's time for that NA pension plan. Time to kill the monarchy, giving you anxiety. Thirsty for variety, decapitate the dynasty. We're nasty. If you ask me who the last be, it's not you. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Fnatic and G2, f*** you.
Look, we're done with your shit. United in rivalry, you little bitch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to one of the pivotal matches in Division 1. It's our former almost golden, let's call them Silver Boys, Vengeance, formerly known as Centurion, against maybe the new Golden Boys, Horizon Shadow, still unbeaten when it comes to matches, and they are 1-0 up after dominating Game 1. And my question to you, Cliff, is how do you think Vengeance can come back, if they can come back? Because so far, Horizon Shadow have been speedrunning this whole split. Only one game over 30 minutes, and that was the very first one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not give Lordio the release this game. It didn't really do much. He was really good in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then he fell behind in CS, even though he was one camp up.
Yeah.
So,
one thing of note here is that for this game, Horizon Shadow are subbing in Fatman Gandhi in the top lane instead of Spike Spiegel. It's something they've been looking to do for a while. He also got in for Game 2 against NSK. So nothing completely unexpected. But it could change the dynamic because we probably won't be seeing an Illaoi from him.
yeah, we won't be seeing the Illaoi from Gandhi. It's a thing that Shadow have been doing, bringing Gandhi in. You have to rest the god, man. You can't. If you keep overusing the god, people will know how to beat him. So,
well, the bans are Fiddlesticks, Orianna, and Hecarim. So no Orianna for the count. This game on the other side, we have Lulu, Morgana, and Caitlyn. So once again, the first pick Ashe would be possible. But the last time this happened, they first picked the Thresh. So we will have to see if the Thresh is still their priority or if they want that staple AD carry.
yeah, I think the Ashe was fine last game. They're going to take the Thresh away from Con. They thought that was too much of a pain. To be fair, he did hit some amazing hooks last game. He flipped heads for sure. Not sure how Kiz's Thresh is, but Thresh is kind of the champion that everyone plays when they get auto-filled support anyway. So
yeah, definitely. I have an account that's about to reach level 30 or has just reached level 30, I think, and I've been playing only Thresh on it because I just queue fill. Like Tristana Volibear. The Volibear has completely fallen through the draft here, and Pyrotom immediately picks it up. That looks like an insta-lock here. And again, the Tristana for Overblade, still unbeaten on it, 4-0 at this point. And he's going to try and keep that streak going.
I'm not 100% sold on the Volibear, to be fair. I think Volibear might be a little bit overrated by VL junglers. But yeah. It's quite simple. You can punish real hard. You can tower dive amazingly with it.
Yeah.
I see certain VL junglers playing Volibear and not using his ultimate to disable turrets, and it makes me a little bit sad.
Well, we have the Kai'Sa for Wellesley this time. So more evasive maneuvers maybe this time. No, with the Thresh with the Kai'Sa. If they wanted to pick up Kai'Sa, I am wondering though, why not just pick up the Nautilus, which goes I think a little bit better. But if you use the Thresh at front of a fourth ban, it does make sense. The Sejuani also taken away from Pyrotom. Of course, he's already got that Volibear, so he's not going to be too sad, I think.
I mean, Horizon can potentially flex that Volibear top. It's a pretty simple champion. I don't know if Gandhi does play it too much, but it is a pretty simple champion. The Braum lock-in for Connor, that's an interesting pick. I don't know how well Braum does into Thresh, but I know it does quite well into Kai'Sa because Kai'Sa is so short-ranged. So
it also is a little bit of less playmaking than the Thresh. Jack's banned again from Simon, Mordekaiser banned away from Fatman Gandhi. We are going full solo lanes with these bans, of course, as all 4 solo lane picks are still in the dark. Now let's see what they really don't want the other team to not play. I really don't want to see a Galio pick from Vengeance this time, though. The Gangplank going from Simon. That is an interesting ban.
Yeah, I don't understand the Gangplank ban though. The Cassio ban makes sense to me. The Kaon fantastic on the Cassio. Probably his best champion.
As well. Only in second phase so far, and he's not picked it yet in this split. A lot of Orianna. But there's the Corki for him. A first for the split. He's played Neeko, Syndra, and Orianna so far. So first time Corki, but I think does enough magic damage for the comp to still work.
Yeah, the Corki is a Horizon Org style pick. Both Lycaon and Jaded play really, really well on the Corki. It's nice to see Lycaon go back to the Corki. Haven't seen it in a little while. And the Twisted Fate to answer is okay. Twisted Fate can push Corki in and get roams off, but one of those things out damages the other when it comes to 30-minute team fights.
Yeah, one of them is sitting in a war machine that spits fire, and one of them is throwing cards. Who's got more AoE? I wonder. Irelia is the pick for Simon Ferocious, and if there is a pick to dominate lane and transition that domination to team fights with, it is that Irelia. Also works really, really well if they want to try to put the TFL to the top lane. Has lots of CC, especially if you pair it with a Sejuani as well, to really punish whatever they pick for Gandhi in the top lane. And it's going to be the Shen. So just a safe pick to try and stay back and support these two AD carries to help them carry the fights. Shen is an underrated laner in my opinion, should early on be a little bit in trouble against this Irelia, pardon me, if Simon plays it well.
Yeah, the Shen pick is obviously it's a smart pick team comp wise, but in that lane, Irelia should be dominant. I think Shen still does crazy amounts of damage. I mean, if Gandhi wins a few trades, there's no way Simon takes control of that lane. So he does need to be really, really particular about the way he engages and stuff here.
Yeah.
But if we go team comp to team comp wise, Vengeance have brought some better mid game and late game this time. But if we get to 40 minutes, I don't see them out team fighting.
Yeah, the only chance they have if the game goes long is put the Irelia in the sideline and try to outsplit push the enemy team, right? Because they have the TF that is very, very good together with a split pusher. To just have the Kai'Sa on him wave clear, which is not the best combination for wave clear, to be fair. But have these two wave cleared, be in a 4-1 or a 1-3-1, and have the Irelia push up, and if they try to punish her with more than two people, just try to take objectives on the other side of the map. And if they try to punish her with only two people or only one person, bring the TF in, ult there, 2v1 or 2v2 with a powerful Irelia and hope to transition that to leads. But in straight up 5v5 fights, I completely agree with you. Once a certain item threshold is reached, and I think that is around 2.5 items, the side of Horizon will just roll over them in fights.
Yeah, I think Horizon also have really, really nice comp for tower dives as well with the Volibear and the Shen.
Absolutely.
So they should be looking to punish this Kai'Sa very early.
And not only that, they have also a lot of great tools for zone control when it comes to objective fights. Yeah. When it comes to Dragon and Baron fights or Herald fights, they have the Braum ultimate to close off an area with a slow. They have the package from Corki, and of course Shen and Volibear can just jump into places. And if there's a Volibear standing in a passageway, there's not really much opportunity to just walk past this huge ice bear, or polar bear, as the English call it. So, gonna be an interesting one. Vengeance are once again the ones that have the onus to make the plays on them.
Yeah, they got to look to get Simon ahead early, I think, in this game. That's where their focus should be, top side of the map. Get Simon ahead, use Lordio and DMO to do it, and just try and hope that Wellesley loses gracefully bot side.
Yeah. Because if the Irelia is not ahead, come 20 minutes, the game is over. Pretty much.
Potentially. I've seen some crazy Irelia plays though, Joe. I will be honest with you.
That is true.
So, Irelia can do some nut stuff.
If there is a top laner that can pull it off, I think Simon Ferocious is the one to do it. I think over the past 1.5 years in VL, there are few players who improved as much as he has. So this is going to be the opportunity for him to shine today, to bring his team to a potential third game.
Oh, Joe, I'm excited. This looks to be a more interesting game than Game 1, because Game 1 was just Vengeance have to get ahead early. This game, they have given themselves some late game agency. Kai'Sa can destroy people late game, so
potentially has the front line to do it as well, with the Thresh, with his Lantern and his CC, and the Sejuani as well. There is potential to protect the Kai'Sa long enough for her to do her thing. I just think 1 AD carry versus 2 AD carries is a tough ask when it comes to team fights.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. Definitely going to agree.
Yeah, we're going to head into loading screen while we're looking at summoners and rune choices. We see, for example, the Twisted Fate Demo once again opting for that spellbook, trying to surprise the enemies, I think, a little bit and use a lot more summoners than the Corki. On the other side, apart from that, I don't really see much interesting going on, or do you see something here?
Nothing that really sticks out to me. Maybe Guardian on Thresh. I don't think I've seen that for a while. Other than that, everything looks fairly normal. Cleanse again on Lycaon. Makes sense against Sejuani TF.
I think he went for the Guardian instead of, for example, the Aftershock, because I don't think Kai'Sa Thresh ever want to really fight this lane. As we said, they want to get this Aurelia ahead, so bot lane is going to be the odd one out. So they just need to try and stay back, stay alive. So I definitely agree with the Guardian use here. The Rift is still dark while we're loading in and getting our synchronization on.
I believe you have a video, right?
Yeah. I think as we are paused, synchronization will be a lot easier.
We should all be paused at the same spot, so...
Yeah. There seems to be a disconnect going on the side of Horizon, but that should be resolved soon enough. The unpause has already hit. And we are in-game, 5 seconds in. The teams are about to leave their base around 10 seconds now. Will we see another late invade, or will this time the side of Vengeance be a little more cautious, even though last time the invade did help them? So we see them grouping up again, this time on the top side of the map though.
Yeah, they're going to look to try and punish this Shen early. Exactly what I said. If they can take Shen's flash here, this will be fantastic for Simon.
Yeah, and recognizing that is Fatman Gandhi. He already put down a ward. He doesn't even care about standing there. He just put up the ward, walked to his tower, and so the invade is already spotted. They're going there as 5 people though. Maybe trying to find someone else. Good ward coverage. Doesn't look like the one.
I don't know they've been seen, so...
Yeah.
Shadow need to go and get some counter vision here.
That is a great reaction to the invade. They predicted it perfectly, put down some wards, know exactly what is going on, and they're already on the red buff of Lordio, and they're gonna try and do to him what was done to them last game. Only this time it's 4 of them on the red buff and only 3 of the other team. So this could be disaster for Vengeance.
Oh, Vengeance should know. They should know because they didn't show.
Night of Earth just walks in, gets stunned. This should be the kill. Easy one. Bomb on him. First blood goes to Elven Blade. And if there's an AD carry you don't want to give first blood to after 1.5 minutes, it's Tristana. Absolute disaster. Red buff stolen away as well. Pyroto, I'm happy with that one. Lordio is a sad, sad boy right now.
Vengeance should have seen that one coming. Honestly, they should have seen that one coming. The second Dave didn't, or Lycaon didn't show in lane when the mid waves met, they should have known they were 5-man or 4-man stacking on that red buff.
Yeah.
So it's a shame they didn't predict that.
Yeah, not a good start. They just didn't expect that. kind of aggression. Now Simon first to be level 2. He took a bunch of punishment from Fatman Gandhi, but the first level 2 he's doing so much damage, taking a lot back from the minions and from the Shen-Q, though the Spirit Blade doing good work here. Shen is, as I said earlier, a laner that's often underestimated, especially in the early levels, because that percentage health damage of the Twilight Assault with the Spirit Blade is so big, especially when paired with the Grasp of the Undying.
Yeah, definitely. There's one thing I have noticed that I want to point out to people, and I only know this being because I play in Div 3, and you have to play against Bufu in Div 3. That man loves Tristana. The AD carries against Tristana should be taking Exhaust. You're going to need it because Tristana is going to jump on you every opportunity she gets, and Exhaust absolutely screws her over. The heal's not going to save you if she 5 auto stacks a bomb on you.
Yeah, definitely not.
I would have liked to have seen that over the hill, but it's okay. Maybe you could have put it on Kiz, but...
Yeah. No, I think that I agree. They should have maybe gone with Exhaust on Kiz or Weldy against this Tristana, especially paired with the Braum, because if you get stunned by the Braum and Tristana starts stacking the bomb, you have a problem. I do have to tell you, I love myself a good Tristana. It's just always so fun to watch when people play Tristana well. Fun fact, I have one game in VL, or rather on a side tournament of VL, the former Hextech Cup. I am unbeaten on it as well, and I just love the champion. Oh no! Kiz steals the crab! That is something that could tilt the enemy team. Lordio gets the knockout as well onto Con. The invade is strong, but Lordio already down very low. The Guardian of 905 procs, so they managed to chase Horizon out of their own jungle before Corki can rotate. It's not much they're getting, apart from that Scuttle Crab, but a successful skirmish for them, at least.
Yeah, it was a good trade. I actually think the Horizon Shadow got the better end of the damage onto Lordio than they did onto them, but it was well done to secure that Scuttle Crab in the river there. They get the double crab down, which slows Tom down a little bit, which is probably what you wanted them to do in this game. So it's nice to see them proactively make sure that happens.
Speaking of nice to see, look at Gandhi. He is pushing in the Aurelia that we had talked about. Vengeance needs to get her ahead, or at least we are thinking that. So far, Lordio not been appearing on the top side of the map much, and Fatman Gandhi has been using that to his advantage. He might be slightly down in CS, but as long as he's not getting demolished, everything is fine.
So I don't know if Kraft plays Aurelia, but Jaded plays a lot of Aurelia, and there's one thing that I will tell you is that man loves being pushed in. I think Gandhi should be letting the Aurelia push him. The lane pushed out like that, it's a long way for Gandhi to run, and Aurelia can just run you down.
Yeah.
So,
only problem with that, though, with the Shen matchup, something you always want to do as Shen is use the ultimate as much as possible. Problem is, if you're being pushed in by the enemy laner and just ult away to the bot lane or the mid lane, the enemy laner is already standing at your tower and can just whack away at it. Here comes the double stun, but it does not look like it will help enough. Simon has to use the flash to get away from the gank from Pyrotom.
That's really unfortunate. Honestly, Shen's 6 now, and Lordio hasn't been there once yet. The one thing I said they needed to do was get Simon ahead early so that he can just roll over the Shen, and they just haven't done it. And now Simon's down a flash, and Tom has applied more pressure to that top lane. That winning matchup that Vengeance have, I would say the one matchup that is very clearly winning for them, and Lordio hasn't applied any pressure to it.
Yeah, and now Gandhi is going to be feeling very, very comfortable, and he's going to push up this wave. I assume he's going to recall. If he is smart, he's not going to TP to lane immediately, but coordinate a play with his team to just ult on someone's face of his team and then teleport to top lane after the play. But looks like he's still pushing at the moment. He knows Pyrotom is around, so he's gonna know that Lordio is not going to come to punish that yet, so he gets to push in another wave, gets to have around 1500 gold for the recall. That will be either enough for a Tiamat and some wards, or for the Balmy Cinder and the boots, but he's going for the Tiamat and the ward and 2 pots good buy for him. He's going to be able to push the lane, or at least keep the lane even, no matter what Aurelia does with that Tiamat.
Yeah, it's a nice buy for him, and he can use the team out for auto resets as well, which is really great for Shen. Gets him pumping out more damage sooner. The dragon's been up a while. I think it was dead this time first game. I think Vengeance had taken it, and maybe we'll see them walk towards it now. Tom's going to look and clear some vision here, but...
Junglist meet here, a Freljord meetup, but I think the priority is on the side of Horizon at the moment with this really strong Tristana.
Oh yeah,
carrying a BF sword versus only a pickaxe in Wellesley's inventory. It's not really something you can easily challenge if Horizon choose to go for this dragon.
Lycaon's also going to do more damage than DMO right now as well, with the pickaxe over a Catalyst, so they can't really contest it if Horizon wanted to force it.
Yeah, really tough ask. But so far, Horizon cautiously not going for the Drake yet, as Elvenblade is being pushed in a little bit, while Con decides to put some vision around this bot side of the map. And while Gandhi having a pretty easy time in the lane right now.
Yeah, just getting to free farm, not really being attacked too much by the Aurelia. I kind of expected to see more, and Tom's just going to start this dragon now.
Yeah, meanwhile Lordio is on the Rift Herald, so it looks like a change of objectives, potentially. Fatman Gandhi might try to make some dissuasion happen here, but he's not daring to go in when the Aurelia could fall into his back. The Inferno Dragon has been picked up for the side of Horizon, and they're already walking towards the top side and wonder if they are going to try to challenge Lordio, but Demo and Simon are here. So the Herald will be the exchange for this dragon. It's not like they're getting nothing. That is good news for Vengeance. We're desperate for those. 905 gets a hook onto the count. Demo is still a little bit away though. Wellesley will have to control from Elvenblade. He just flashes behind him, jumps over, and can Wellesley get to the safety of his tower? One more auto and he's gone! That was a master shot. The R from Tristana to finish off the kill. Beautifully done by Elvenblade. And Wellesley just was too far up while he knew his support was mid lane.
Heal doesn't save you there. It literally didn't save him. Yeah, he probably could have used... Yeah, I said, heal doesn't save you in that. If you're left one-on-one with the Tristana and Trist wants to jump on you, you will die if you don't have that exhaust.
Yeah, and die he did. He has enough money for the Mana Moon, just like on the other side they count on the Corki. But now Tristana on 2 kills with the recall just completed, builds tier 2 boots and another pickaxe. This is a lot of damage already after 10 minutes on a Tristana, and I would not want to be in Wellesley's shoes right now.
No, this is sad. If Kiz ever leaves him alone, and Elven knows that Kiz has left him alone, Wellesley dies. Like, there's nothing he can do now. There's no way he out-trades this Tristana right now.
Yeah, the package has been picked up by Lycaon, so they're gonna be looking for some kind of play, probably.
Yeah.
It's never ideal to just use the package to pick up a wave of minions. He will probably do it if he doesn't find a play, but still, would not be the ideal thing.
Bit of a poor time to pick the package up. There's no neutral objectives up yet. He just has to use it to clear a wave. He really should have just left it, waited for the next dragon to come up, and then picked it up, and they could have forced something. Him using the package to jump into the middle of them with Shen ulting on top of him. It would have been nice to see a little bit more patience from him.
Speaking of patience, you can have too much patience, but first let's look at this fight. Wellesley ulting in aggressively. Elvenblade has been ignited. This could be what they were looking for, but he's just too strong already. The attack speed steroid means he deals so much damage, and it's a double kill for Tristana. Meanwhile, Lordio misses the ultimate on Fatman Gandhi, his former teammate from Plague, and it's just all going wrong for Vengeance. A fight that looked promising in the bot lane ends with a double kill for Tristana. They can't even make it play the top side, and here comes Pyrotom! Double taunt from Fatman Gandhi as well. Simon uses the ultimate, gets at least 1 kill back. Could they get Pyrotom even? This is turned around, double kill for Simon, and they finally find something they were looking for, and it's a fed Aurelia.
2 mistakes there. First of all, they split targets in the top lane. they didn't both go for the Aurelia. They should have both, made sure they went for the Aurelia in that fight. Simon just got to get his passive stacks up and get his Conqueror off, and then it's just impossible to kill him, which is a bit unfortunate to see. And Elven was saved so nicely by the Shen-Ult, and they didn't kill Shen afterwards, which is really sad. They stopped Shen from TPing down, and they couldn't kill him. I think maybe Tom should have held off a little bit on the fight, but yeah, it was nice plays over both sides of the map. Minor mistake top lane from Shadow not focusing down the Aurelia. But really nice from Simon. Got his passive stacks up, got his Conqueror stacked up, and then just shredded people.
Yeah, huge outplay definitely from him as well. The gold is around even at this point in the game. This is where the Herald take from Lordio earlier, the exchange of that Infernal Drake for the Herald has really paid off, because after the fight happened, they just put the Herald top, immediately kill the tower. That's a lot of gold in the pocket of the Irelia, who is now around 1300 gold up on Fatman Gandhi, and this is going to be a terrifying 1v1, especially since no tower is left for Fatman Gandhi to fall back to. On the other side of the map, though, we have a 4-0-0 Tristana, who is almost 2000 gold richer than Wilsey on this Kai'Sa. And that could spell trouble, especially since the dragon is about to spawn in around 10 seconds. It is here already, actually. And I don't think there's much of a way for Vengeance to contest unless Simon teleports down very, very soon.
Yeah, I mean, I still think if they focus the Aurelia and blow the Aurelia up early in the fight, they will insta-lose. Which is, it's because of the Tristana already at IE. Well on the way to the second item as well, so...
They're going for the shutdown, though. But Lordio being here doesn't really do much. They've spotted it early enough. They have a deep ward in that last brush of the lane. So Lordio coming. Nothing much happening except the dragon being not to engage, but the vision has been cleared. Simon now having a much easier time in the top lane though against Gandhi.
Yeah, Gandhi needs to be real careful here. Shadow just forced the dragon down. Nice awareness from them to know the Vengeance had walked away from it.
Yeah.
And that they could just take it for free, because Vengeance's strong point in this game right now is Simon in the top lane. So they win the 4v4 quite handedly, as long as they can keep the Tristana alive. Yeah, Vengeance just walk away and they force it. It's nice to see.
Yeah, especially with the Tristana being as fed as she is, she can take the dragon so quickly that it's probably enough to get it before the teleport comes in. And speaking of quick things happening, unstoppable is Elvenblade now really in the middle of 4 people, immediately exhausted once the teleport's finished. Lordio hits the ult, but what good does it do? Absolutely nothing. 5 kills now on Elvenblade, and that is someone you don't want to mess with right now in this game. 5-0-0 Tristana, and they don't have enough yet. They're trying to chase Lordio, but hopping away on that big portal. And the play over for now. Go dead even at 15.5 minutes, but one side has a fed hyper carry.
Yeah, one side's got a fed Tristana and 2 dragons, so it's looking a little scary for Vengeance. They really, really want to get that shutdown from Elven.
Yeah, 550 bonus gold. That is something especially Wellesley or Simon would really, really like. Wellesley is down around 2000 gold still, so he really needs some cash injection. They need to somehow put some gold onto him, because Elvenblade is well on his way to the second item already, together with tier 2 boots, and Wellesley is not even finished those yet. He's carrying 1900 gold, so that's good news, but they're still way, way, way behind.
Yeah, it's Wellesley doesn't even have his Q upgrade yet. Oh, he should probably get it now off of the pickaxe. I think that gives it to him.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that gives it to him. But even still, he just gets seriously out damaged by this Tristana right now, and Tristana is coming into her strongest point of the game as well.
Khan uses the package just from the zone, but I think that's a bit premature here.
Yeah.
I do very much like the macro move to put the bot lane on top. Like, first, the Herald is up. They can take that with the bot lane being there. Also, they get Gandhi away from that Irelia. Also, they get Elvenblade to fight the Aurelia together with Con, and that is a fight even 2-0 Aurelia cannot win at the moment. Gandhi will get the 3 gold off that tower as well. He has the teleport available, and everything is going well here.
He's going to TP, they're going to look for him.
Only onto the Braum, that's doing nothing. Nanofire's already dead, kill goes to the Khan, and Wellesley is cut off from the rest of the fight. He's trying to flank something, but it's already the shutdown on the Simon. Lordio flashes away, uses the blast front for further distance. Herald falls to Horizon Shadow, and that is one of the clearest teamfight victories they could have gotten. 2 dead for nothing, and Elvenblade just jumps forward onto Teemo. Doesn't care about the gold card, doesn't care about anything right now. Herald will be summoned in the mid lane as well. They want this tower. This might be a little bit too aggressive. A couple of them are pretty low HP, especially both of the AD carries below 50%. The Herald charge goes off.
Oliver's still as well.
Are they going to try and dive this? It doesn't look like it right now.
Yeah, maybe a bit too early on the Herald spawn. But other than that, everything was played so nicely. Elven saved his jump till the Aurelia went for him, jumped away at just the perfect time.
Yeah.
Lycaon made sure that TF couldn't get into the fight at all, and they just clinged it up because Elven was free hitting that entire time. It was a good sight to see from Shadow there.
Yeah, and he's now finished his second item. I don't really agree building a Zeal item second on Tristana, because you do have the attack speed steroid on Q. You're just always gonna have enough attack speed in fights.
Yeah,
it is not the worst pickup, as he went for the Phantom Dancer to have a little bit more security against engages from the TF with the gold card or from the Aurelia. Still, I think 2 BF sword items would be much stronger, especially if you're fed on this Tristana.
Yeah, I think the PD is more of a I'm ahead, and if I die, my team loses fights. So I can understand it, but yeah, you don't really need an attack speed item second. You probably could have gone for something like, I don't know, maybe Stormrazor second. And he would have put out just as much damage, or he would have put out more damage.
Yeah, definitely more.
But he would have just been a bit less safe in fights.
Yeah, the thing is, he has the jump, he has a Braum in front of him, there's Volibear and Shen to bail him out if something goes wrong. But who are we to judge the man who's 5-0-2 and absolutely carrying the crap out of this game? So
true, 100% kill participation right now as well.
Yeah, the Mountain Dragon has spawned, the teams are posturing around it. Gandhi has the Stand United available, so he's just perched up in the top lane. With Simon not having teleport himself at the moment, it's just free gold in the pocket of the Shen, who will be feeling really good about this. Looking towards getting the top tower as well. The Dragon has been engaged. Here comes the fight. That's a Braum ultimate and a half. The Stormbreaker on top of it. They are going to try to kill Elvenblade, but he just flashes away and gets the damage out. Aurelia is dead, Sejuani's dead. Thresh is dead, double kill for Elvenblade. He jumps over the wall to try and get Wellesley. He heals himself with a speed up. Doesn't care about repercussions. He just wants these kills. And he's gonna get a triple kill for Elvenblade. 8-0 now. And this game looks pretty much decided at this point, even though the goal lead is only 3,000 and a bit. It's Soul Point, they're going for the Baron, and they have a Tristana that is godlike.
Yeah, I mean, that was really nice from Horizon Shadow. Gandhi's sitting top lane, he's soaking up more XP and more gold, so he's extending his XP lead over Simon Ferocious. The second the fight starts, he channels it, they go. Great team fight, they protected Elven. The second Aurelia got onto Elven, the whole team jumped on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely huge fight for them. They're gonna pick up the Baron on the back end of this unless a miracle seal happens from TF. But the cards have already been thrown out, the deck has been reshuffled, as now the recalls are coming in with a lot of gold in their pockets. Corki has transformed his Manamoon to Muramana, the Triforce is done as well. Tristana is going to buy something with the 1900 gold she's carrying, and it's a Last Whisper. Interesting choice. I still would have gone for more damage instead of Armor Pen, as there's not really much armor on the other side. But he's so fed, I don't think at the moment that it really matters what items you build.
Yeah, you're right there, but I would have liked to have seen him itemize better. Maybe Stormrazor or Rapid Fire Cannon. There's no armor on the other team. He doesn't need it right now.
Yeah, Stormrazor Oh, that is a good ultimate from Lordio. Elvenblade has been caught out the shutdown. It does go to 9 of 5, which isn't ideal, and the repercussion kill is already in. Lordio's fallen to Pyrotom, but that is a lot of gold that's going over to the side of Vengeance. Overextension there from Elvenblade. There's a hook on to Kong. Play back, but he's just such a tanky boy.
Here comes Aurelio.
Teleport coming in from Simon. What's he gonna do? Already so far away, the other team. Meanwhile, Shen's gonna push for the inner tower already. This is not the teleport that he should have done. Now Shen is forced to back away by the rotation, but he might just get out in time. Maybe Demo sees him in the... Oh, he's been attacked by the cards. Now he's to run away. Simon uses the blade of boom. He's flat for Gandhi, but Simon's still chasing. He hits the ultimate. Demo ults behind him. This time there should not be an escape. From the top comes the Thresh as well. And it takes a while. It's a tanky ninja, but he falls. Fatman Gandhi dead for around 45 seconds now, as the rest of the team tries to put down damage on the mid tower, but not much they can accomplish at the moment. And for how high the kill score difference looks, the gold is only 4,000 apart.
Let me tell you the big problem about that last fight, right? They blew everything to kill Elven, but Lycaon's on fully upgraded Neuramana and a Trinity Force. He does a lot of damage right now. So even though they killed Elven, Lycaon shredded through a Sejuani. So yeah, the problem is exponentially getting worse.
Yeah, he's 50 CS ahead as well in the mid lane almost. Demo's starting to side lane now, so this could be reduced a little bit. But yeah, he's a pretty fed red Baron there. Or rather Earthrider. Best Corki skin.
And he's well on the way to what I assume is maybe a rapid fire cannon as well.
It should be a rapid fire cannon. That is the only skill item really worth building on Corki, I think.
Yeah.
Infinity Edge afterwards, and then he's just gonna dish out so much damage.
It's just a shame that Elven has built so weirdly. He could be pumping out a lot more damage right now.
Yeah, he's going for the Mortal Reminder already. He's got that Executioner's Blade, which is okay into Aurelia, but he should be able to kill... Like, if he builds damage, he can kill Aurelia much faster than with the healing reduction. Yeah, so he's building a little bit from Shopkeeper right now. No, but he is still way ahead, so not that much of a loss at the moment, but if this game is lost, the Shopkeeper definitely played a role here.
Yeah, Elven has definitely lost to Boris. Big problem I'm seeing for Vengeance here, though, Joe, is that Gandhi is 2 levels up over Simon Ferocious now.
Oh, that's a lot, especially for an Aurelia that was 2-0 at one point in the game. 9 of 5 could be caught here. Another tower falls.
See, part of the problem here, we've not seen a lot of good packages from Lycaon. That's another package just used for nothing. He probably could have forced that package onto the Thresh and forced the fight there. They're so far ahead. If he's the one that's taking the punishment at the start of the fight and people are wasting cooldowns on him, Elven cleans the fight up afterwards, right? So
what is happening here? That they looked like they were going to engage. Here comes Pyrotom. That's a flash forward. 9 of 5 already eating so much damage. He's dead. Likan gets the kill credit. And there's the resets coming in. Simon Ferocious tries to do what he can, but he can't do anything against Fatman Gandhi in his face. They do kill Elvenblade again. And Wellesley is still alive to pump out some damage. A double kill already for Simon. That's the double kill. That's what they needed. The counts on a killing spree. General Demo is not able to go 1v4 against the enemy team. He was all that's left. That's an ace for 1. And the Dragon Soul is their reward. Not good news for Vengeance.
Yeah, Elven needs to maybe unbind his W for a little while. He keeps jumping forward, getting caught out by stuff and dying. That's not what you want to see from your fed hyper carry. They're just lucky that the Lycaon pumps out so much damage right now as well. Really nice double taunt from the Shen, which was good to see at the end of the fight. But yeah, Rising Shadow can just force fights now. They've got the Mountain Soul. This Volibear is going to be impossible for Kai'Sa to kill right now.
I also love that Pyrotom is going tank on the Volibear. too often I see people playing Volibear and then just go like attack speed or on hit or some bull crap. Like, just go tank. You're gonna deal enough damage. You have 2 ADCs on your team. Just go tank. And he's doing that desperately. Also, LS is going to be really proud of him. He's built the Locket of the Iron Solari. So at least he's not losing to Shopkeeper like another teammate of his that we're not going to name right now.
It's a good pickup as well. The Locket's a very nice pickup. Honestly, right now, I don't see what Vengeance do. There's a Fed Tristana, and even if they kill the Fed Tristana, the Corki is, just as massive.
Yeah, he's only 500 gold behind the Tristana. The Baron's already almost dead. Teleport is coming in from Gandhi, so there's not much they can do. Python going forward, though, they abandon the Baron to go for the pick. He counts on a rampage, they get 905, and they turn right back around to the Baron. That has meanwhile reset, so it's gonna take them another little while. Lordio might try and go for the steal, but he's a level down on Pyrotom, so I don't think he can outsmite this. Demo is trying to play some kind of interference, but he's just taken so much damage from the count. Gandhi chasing away Lordio. The Baron is so low. Elvenblade with a Buster Shot, and that secures the Baron for them. Perfect time on the Buster Shot from Elvenblade. And now the charge comes in. Welzy and Lordio are way out of position, especially Welzy. What's he doing there? Lordio saves him with the ultimate, and now they have to run as fast as they can. Let's hope they didn't go to the Prometheus school of running away from things. Well, Welzy apparently did. Lordio falls as well, unable to save his AE carry or himself. And that is 2 members dead against a Baron buffed up team with 2 AD carries pushing. This could already be the end here.
This should be the end here, honestly. This is a free end. They can just force fights. They have Mountain, they have Baron.
That is the stun on Demo. He has no way out. Triple Flay doesn't mean anything from 905. Kiss falls as well. And now it's 4 members dead. Simon is the sole man standing, and he's having his hands full with a Shen that's 3 levels above him right now. While the Nexus towers fall, Simon can just sit and watch. He's trying to go in. Goes out with a blaze of glory. Welzy tries to do the same. The KDAs are going to be a little bit more padded, but this is a very convincing 2-0 victory for the side of Horizon Shadow. If they kill the Nexus fast, and they do, they stay with every single game but their first one under 30 minutes. What an impressive performance by this team.
Yeah, great performance. I think the game probably could have been ended a bit cleaner. Elven maybe could have itemized a little bit better, but everything that you saw out of them was good. There was a few little macro mistakes, Corki not really using his packages too well, but other than that, they played it out not perfectly, but as close to as you could expect from a Div 1 team.
Yeah, and they played to the strengths of their draft as well. Contrary to Vengeance, who just left Simon alone for so long, and then when they finally got him a lead, they just stopped playing around him. They felt like they had to play around dragons, which forced Simon to enter team fights he was not prepared to enter against a 4-0 and then 5-0 Tristana, and just so much CC on the other end of the aisle. We have to say, in retrospect, I'm not entirely sure what these drafts, like how well these drafts have been thought out. Of course, they have some kind of emergency situation going on with everything that happened around Bramsh, but still, the drafts have been questionable from Vengeance, to say it positively, and they really have some slack to pick up if they want to have a road towards playoffs in the rest of the split.
Yeah, I think that's 2 losses now for Vengeance. I believe they lost to UPR last week.
Yes, they got reverse swept after a dominating game 1. And,
so yeah, it's obviously it's a little bit unfortunate for them to come up against one of the stronger teams in the group and have the problems they've had with Branch getting permed, I'm pretty sure. There's obviously some sort of synergy issues. Lordio isn't used to playing with these guys too much. 2 of the members of the team are playing off-roll as well, so that kind of counts in. But you are right about the draft. I think it wasn't. I don't think either games they had very convincing drafts.
Yeah, overall, we shouldn't overrate this game for them because it is a freak occurrence. That's something that this happens, and they have to shuffle around the roster so much on such a short notice. But still, some questions have to be asked around if this team can turn it around and can become the powerhouse we know they could be. Speaking of powerhouses, Horizon Shadow. Another dominating performance, another 2-0 win in under 60 minutes total game time. After what they did to NSK last week, now they defeat the former two-time finalist organization, and they remain one of two teams that are unbeaten. So what do you think between them and Seven Deadly Sins Senior? Who do you think is the stronger team at the moment?
I mean, I also think you've got to throw DV into that conversation as well. You can't.
That is true. It looks a lot more competitive than the 2-horse race we used to.
We do have an interview now, though. So should we do our interview? I'm looking forward to it.
Likan is waiting. I hope you got questions for him because we're gonna drag him in any second. Likan, there you are. That was a strong performance from you and your team. Congratulations on the victory. How are you feeling after this one?
Well, really good. It was 3 clean games, and everyone played it really well.
So, Dave, one big question first of all. Did nobody flame Elvin for his build in Game 2?
Honestly, I don't know what he built. What did he do?
He went Phantom Dancer second into Lord Dominic's third on Tristana.
He didn't read the passives.
Yeah, we felt he kind of lost to Shopkeeper a little bit, but since you guys pulled it out, we will be able to forgive him.
Yeah, I think he was so fair that it didn't matter.
That's true. That's true. So how did the team dynamic change between game 1 and 2? Because game 1 you had Spiken, who absolutely smashed his lane completely by himself with that Ilaoi taking first tower, and then comes in Gandhi, who plays a completely different style, playing that tank but still holding his own in lane. But what is the change there in the team dynamic, in the team communication? Well,
they do have different champion pools, and like Spike tends to like smash lane if we give him the counter pick. But, I mean, mainly we just have 2 top laners and we want them to both play the game. So, I mean, that's basically what we swap.
Yeah, well, if you win with both, who is going to ask you any further questions, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So, how do you feel about the result of this and your results so far as a team? You can bring scrims into this thought process. Do you think you are currently the strongest team in Division 1? And if yes or no, who do you think is able to challenge you right now?
Well, I mean, to be honest, Vengeance played without Bramsh, who's probably like their most impactful player. So maybe with Bramsh they'll be contenders. But, well, I mean, 7DS is really strong. But, I mean, I do think that we're the strongest team and that we should win in the end.
Well, that is confident words. Cliff, do you have another question?
I do have one more question, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what Cookie Package does?
Okay, I picked it up at maybe the wrong times, maybe a bit mistiming, but I used it pretty randomly because it was just running out. But yeah, I should have waited to pick it up.
So next week, I think Shadow are playing against 7DS Senior. Blaze just confirmed that in the text channel here. So up against 7DS Senior next week. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, it's probably going to be like our hardest game until now. But, well, I mean, I think we should win.
Is there a player you're looking out for more than the others on the lineup of that team?
Well, they usually, well, not usually, but sometimes they just play like these, like encounter supports, and they just buff Sean to win. So we gotta look for that.
All right. Well, one thing we haven't asked yet is the MVP question, because I would actually give it to you, Likan, but we have to ask our expert here, Cliff. Who would you give MVP to this series?
It's actually close. I think my vote would probably be for Tom. He played really, really well in game one, and then game two. Everything that once Elven got ahead, everything that happened positively, it happened through Tom forcing it. But when you look at Dave's damage, or Lakayan's damage for game two, I think he was like 18k higher than everybody else.
Yeah, and in game one he went like 9-0 or something.
Yeah. So it's close. I'd give it to both of them, but if you put a gun to my head, I would probably say Tom.
All right, we are split on the vote then, but you got 50% of an MVP, Lakan.
Thank
Any
you.
comments on that?
Well, I mean, like me and Elvin do the pre-numbers, but I think what you don't see from the outside is how much work Tom does. Like he's usually the one shot calling everything and engaging everything.
All right. Then, looking towards the rest of the split, we've asked you about 7 Deadly Sins Senior. This is going to be definitely a hype matchup next week. Do you have some special kind of preparation, or are you going in like any other week?
No, we'll prepare draft accordingly, but yeah, like just like any other week, stream a bit and then win the game Thursday.
All right. Confident words from the mid laner of the victorious Horizon Shadow today. Thank you very much for your comments. And I also want to thank everybody watching right now and everybody who's watched tonight. I want to thank my co-caster Cliff. I want to thank British Blaze for production and all the players and coaches and everyone involved with the teams for participating. And we will see you in half a week on Monday for the lower division matches. Cliff, any final words on this?
No, fun games to watch. It's been a pleasure casting with you again, Joe. Looking forward to the next time we get to do this.
Yeah, huge pleasure for me as well. Then we, from Valence League, wish everyone a good night. And don't forget to watch Monday. It's going to be, hopefully, at least as hype as today. And good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you soon.
Mm-hmm.